Dr. Zinsner, the background of your website is an image, an old antique image of Daniel in the lion's den, and that is obviously a very meaningful image to you. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, that's a meaningful image to me in a very peculiar way. It came out of my father's garage. He had Alzheimer's, and my brothers and I wanted to clean things up. Well, as older gentlemen are, that's kind of the way it is. Well, the day did come where he demised, and he passed, and so we started cleaning things up. Here's this picture of Daniel and the lion's den, and here's a picture that is laid in a garage with a hole in the roof. For 10 years, it's been snowed on and rained on. It shouldn't have been. It should have been destroyed. It was not. I pulled it out of the fixture to see what I could do, and I cleaned it up with some good old dry oatmeal, which has the ability to erase and clean up. Well, the more I clean up, the more detail, the more beauty, absolute beauty came out of it. And of course, in those days, you couldn't use real lines. There was no such thing as photography, but it was that chromio color, that dark browns and blacks and lights and whites. But I looked at that, and here's Daniel with his hands tied behind his back. He shouldn't have made it. He shouldn't have gotten through it all. Here's all these lions with the different characters on their face. One wants to kill, one's passionate, one cares, one don't give a darn, one's silly. And he put all those people together, and all of a sudden I realized is that in this world, as a chiropractor and inventor of something new that can be used in the court system, my hands are somewhat tied. But I have no fear of what I'm going into, because I know it's absolutely true, absolutely honest, without making phony recommendations like it is. It is what it is. If parties don't like it, that's just too bad. But the bottom line is the victim is helped, and he gets to see and understand what's wrong with him, instead of going through life always wondering that he's a mental case, or he's just nervous, or it's only your nerves. Well, of course it's only your nerves, but you have to find out which nerves and why and how come. Biblically, I had several patients come in, and they've seen the picture, and I asked them, what's your version of Daniel and the lions? And Daniel, with two other, refused the king, and the king really cared for him. But by law, he was to be put in the den with the lions. And if he survived, then there was some supernatural reason why he should. He did survive. And he did very, very well. And the king honored him again, and his life was spared. It's emotional because I think any time you go against the tide, you've got one hell of a swim ahead of you if you're going to get there. And you better be prepared. And you do that with knowledge. You do it with compassion. But I think most of all, knowledge and an understanding that probably you've been selected by a supreme being to be given this challenge. And I do believe, and I've taught my children this, if you've been given this gift and you do not meet the challenge, then you have disrespected who you believe in.